SmartPlaces protocol is a Web3-based social media platform building on the Cardano blockchain as a layer 2. I've done a full review on SmartPlaces in the past, and today is going to be an update video because they have a lot of interesting things going on right now at the moment, some of which you can take part in right now if you see this video in time. But no matter when you see this video, SmartPlaces is always going to have something going on. And it's really exciting, to be honest. And I'm going to share some of this excitement with you in a moment. And right now, let's just jump over to the SmartPlaces website and take a look at their website, and then we'll get into their land plot minting. Here we are on the SmartPlaces website. The minting is now live. We're going to go into the map in a moment. This is just to show you their official website. They have a lot going on. There's a light paper you could read. They are powered by Genius Yield and Genius X. I just did a review on Genius Yield. I feel like that's a fantastic DEX that's going to have a lot of wonderful announcements coming in 2024. Say hello to a new era of social network where the power is in your hands. There's ways to join. There's ways to get involved. You're going to get rewarded for your social activity now. Imagine that. Imagine in your social media apps, you're actually going to get rewarded for your participation, right? That's kind of unheard of. You're usually paying for those fees, or you're paying to advertise, or this really the way that Web 2 works right now is that you're giving so much of yourself, your time, your information, your identity, your money. You're giving all of that over constantly just to be a part of everything that exists in Web 2. And so all the social media companies have that feeling. And you don't know what they're doing with your information, selling it and things like this. And so imagine if there was a social media platform that wanted to give the power back to the people. This is what SmartPlaces is doing, not only for the users, but for businesses as well. So there's a lot of exciting potential for SmartPlaces. And the more and more I look into this project and the more I research, the more I am pleased with what I see. So it's also integrating AI in a very fantastic way. Genius Yield, Genius X, they really have a good AI solution going on. They work with SingularityNet, NewNet, some of the major AI and AGI projects that are out there. So it's really nice to understand that the AI that's going to be going on in SmartPlaces is going to be state of the art. It also uses augmented reality, explore with AR. And if you don't know what augmented reality is, it basically is a real world environment that is modified by video, graphics, and GPS data, and applications can use that augmented reality and kind of build a world within that. And so when we go to the map, when we go to SmartPlaces map, you'll see what I mean in that regard. Okay, so let's jump into the map. So if you click this button, which I already have opened up here, we are going to go into their map. So this is their map. As you can see, it's a vision of the world. This is completely zoomed out, by the way. And what you're looking at is you see red dots, you see yellow dots, you see green dots. Okay, every single red dot that you see right now is a piece of the map that has been minted or owned by someone who has come through here and purchased a land plot. And ones that are yellow are actually ones that are pending. So people are actively right now purchasing land plots. And then the ones that you see that are green are actually land plots that I have purchased. If you're on this platform and you begin to mint some land plots, the green ones are going to be yours. You're going to go through a process where you can join and set up your account with your email. You can put a little picture in here. You can connect your wallet to this platform to receive the NFTs. You will also be able to tweak your settings accordingly. Okay, they have the light feature where you can turn it into light. You can go into dark. Here's your cart. You can mint up to 20 of these plots at one time. And let's get into a little bit of the ins and outs of how this works. Now, Something that is extremely special that's going on for another couple days is this thing that they have called Cardonopoly. Okay, so let's click into this. Now I've been using this extensively for a while, so I never bring anything to you here on the channel that I have not researched in complete depth before and have actually used tremendously. So we're gonna go to Cardonopoly. We're gonna click on that tab. Now this is a really cool thing that they have going on. When you purchase a land plot, okay, you will get 10 tickets for your land plot. And then you'll come in here and you'll click, okay, this button that says open ticket. You're gonna get more, right? That'll bring you back to the screen that we were at, and we'll go there. You're gonna open a ticket. What that's gonna do is one of these tickets is gonna open up, and randomly you are going to get a prize, okay? And here are the prizes. You can get the SPX token, which is the SmartPlaces token. You can get discount codes. You can get a Land Plot Voucher. You can get an ADA mail, right? Pass. You can get the Newcast NFT, the NMaker token, and it's really awesome. How do you play? Here you go. You buy land plots, you will receive a certain number of tickets for all land plots that you purchase during the promotion periods. This is the promotion period we're talking about. That's why I'm putting this video out. There's a few more days left to understand this. Now, I've been participating in this since before Christmas. And so if you want update information where you can hear the information coming from me directly, you should check out my website, Cryptofluency. Just sign up with your email. You can become one of my members in the group, and this is when I send information out to you in real time as I actually perform it. And so it's kind of different content, okay? But there is still time, and this is why this is so exciting for me to present this to you, because it's really something interesting. Now let's just explain this. So you buy a land plot, which right now is at 69 ADA, which at the current price is about 30 something dollars, right? This video finds you, and let's get into the actuality of how this works. Okay, so how does it work? We're back to the plot. Let's say we want to find a piece of land. Now, what's really cool is that, you know, I'm kind of in the eastern section here, the Philadelphia region. And what is cool is that you can go into your own little town, your own city, and look for cool places of business that might have a lot of traffic or a lot of volume. And you can kind of start there and maybe get your hometown. You know, you can own your own kind of hometown hood. Or you can also then look for places that are in the world that you think are going to be super high volume and high traffic, okay? And they're going, but there's a lot of space left. But these plots are minting quick. Okay, so I'm gonna go actually over here. I'm gonna go over here. Me and my wife, see this little green mark here? Me and my wife, I'm just sort of zooming in. We went to Sausalito, okay? We went to Sausalito on a trip, and we really loved it. And actually, these plots right here, I actually own these plots in another wallet. And so I've been accumulating a little bit of Sausalito, and as you can see, I have this plot here, and I've actually have several of these also in my other wallet. Okay, so again, you can use multiple wallets to do this, and you can connect multiple wallets and hold these NFTs in different wallets. And so what this is, if I zoom in, you're going to see that these land plots are pretty substantial. Right? They're pretty substantial. And it's like a large area. So all of the businesses in here and things like that, you can do research. Actually, what I'll do is I'll open up a tab of like Google Maps, and then I'll zoom into the exact region I'm looking at in SmartPlaces right here, and then kind of match it with exactly what I'm looking at on the Google Maps with SmartPlaces to see if there's hotels, if there's businesses and things like that. But for this, I'm just going to kind of go through the process of capturing some of these, and we can play the game. So as you can see, I have 0 in my cart, right? And if I go to Cardonopoly, I have 0 tickets right now, okay? And we're going to purchase this plot right here, okay? So if I look at Sausalito, maybe what I'll do is I'll get maybe a couple plots here. So I might get like this one here, you know, and I'll get this one here. So I can kind of complete the Sausalito area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this right here, okay? And you see how it just opens it up. Here is the policy ID number to the NFT, and it shows you exactly kind of what you're going to be paying, and you're going to add that to the cart. Okay, so I'm going to add it to the cart, and here we go. It's up at the cart, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click checkout. Okay, so continue purchasing process. Select wallet. This is the way I'm going to do it, where you've connected your wallet, and EndMaker is one of the facilitators that facilitates the payment, and then there are other options here as well. And so actually what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go back to the cart. I'm going to go to Cardonopoly, and you're going to see that I've already done this a lot, and I have prizes here. And so one of the prizes that you get are these discount codes. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to apply a discount code to the checkout process. So I got my prizes. Now, like I said, I don't do anything on this channel where I have not extensively gone through this. And as you can see, I've extensively gone through this. I have claimed 65 different SPX token rewards that equal to 327,000 SPX tokens. 84 discount codes, 24 Land Plot vouchers, okay, 4 EndMaker token prizes, 5 AdaMail passes, 1 Newcast NFT. And here are all my prizes, okay? Here are all my discount codes and prizes that I can use, okay? And so I have already used this discount code here. I'm just gonna make sure, because you can't use the same discount code twice, obviously, right? And I have used this discount code, the 80% discount code. So I'm going to use this discount code here, this 50% discount code, to use in the purchase of this Land Plot. So you can copy that there, and we're going to go back to the cart. Okay, so we're going to go back to our cart. We're going to check it out. Okay, we're going to continue the purchasing process, and I'm going to apply this code right now. Okay, what is it? 5 PNX RNN. And you could have copied and pasted. I like to actually type them in, and then I'm going to apply this code. So then I'm looking at EndMaker, pops up. It's going to ask me, look at that. Now the price went from 69 to 34.5. And so I'm going to use NAMI. I'm going to continue. I agree to the terms and conditions. I'm not a robot. And here you have an hour, the countdown. So I'm going to click buy now. My NAMI should pop up for the signature. Okay, and then you wait. It'll take some time for the process to happen. And then the screen moves into this purchasing process. It awaits your payment, and then it'll send the token to your wallet. Okay, and then once that happens, what's going to happen in my SmartPlaces account is I'm going to see that I have now 10 tickets. And then I'm going to go through the process of validating those tickets so that you can see how that works in real time. But isn't that cool? I mean, for one of those plots with the 50% code, it only cost me 34.5 ADA, which is right now at the current price, 19.42 cents. Yeah, I mean, that is pretty cool in my opinion. And these prices and this opportunity, like I said, will not be around forever. And so it's a good time. Now I'm going to go back to SmartPlaces. Okay, we're going to go back here, and we'll remember that this plot right here that I'm hovering on is the plot that we intended to buy. So it's red now because it actually kind of takes it off of being purchasable. Like if another person was right now trying to purchase this plot, they would not be able to because I have something pending going on. And in fact, when you have these in your cart, they will stay offline to be purchased for up to an hour. Okay, so for a full hour, like you can go around and scour the earth and kind of capture 20 of these, and you could take an hour to do that. But just beware that it's always not the best practice to just be lackadaisical with things. My experience with these Web3 projects right now, as they're literally paving the way from the Web 2 to the Web 3 space, where you're incorporating blockchain and this whole other system, is that it is best to just kind of go quick on the situation, right? So I like to actually purchase one of these at a time. I've noticed I have purchased multiple plots, but I like to do one at a time to begin. And I suggest you do one at a time because the likelihood of your transaction going through is a lot higher. And I've worked closely with the SmartPlaces team, helping them debug little situations here and there that have come up in their launch, because this is a new thing, right? This is a new project, right? So definitely not financial advice. That is $19. That is your ADA. That is an asset that you should understand the risks, is what I'm trying to say. Okay? And so notice is that this is going to turn to green, and we're going to go to Cardonopoly and see if I have tickets to claim. Okay, so I'm going to refresh the page. Okay, we refreshed, and then it's going to kind of calibrate to where I'm at out here in Ardmore today, working outside of Philadelphia. And we're going to go over here and see if that actually, it does take some time. It does take a little bit of time sometimes for your plot to actually kind of register to yourself. So this is still red. You will see, I'll refresh the page in like a couple moments, and you will see this actually turn green. Okay, so let's go to Cardonopoly. Look at that, 10 tickets here. Okay, so how do we open these tickets? It's as easy as this. You click the button. Okay, so it popped over here, and now we have 9. Click again. Okay, that was up there with the voucher. Okay, SmartPlaces. We got the discount. And here is a prize, right? So not every single one that you're going to have is a prize. It's randomized. And now we can claim a prize. And so this is what we got. We got one Land Plot Voucher. And if you notice right up here on my account, it has this little 1. So now I have a Land Plot Voucher. And I'll actually show you what to do with those. Claim. So we claim that. So we still have 5 more tickets. It's so much fun. And you're clicking this, all right? Click it again. Click it again. Maybe we'll get lucky and get another prize. Oh, failed to fetch. Okay. Maybe I'm clicking the button too fast. Ticket could not be opened. Okay. I'm going to refresh. Oh, I think I clicked it too fast and my tickets were out. Okay, so that's great. Within those 10 tickets, what actually happened is I got a free land plot. Now, I'm super cool with that. What I'm gonna do is show you what we can do with that land plot voucher. And before we do that, let's go ahead and see if we got that Sausalito plot yet. Registered. Where's that Sausalito area? Okay, see that right there? See how it's green? Now that is in this wallet that I have. Okay, you can click your land plots and it'll show you all your land plots. Here is the 1. Okay, so it's now officially in this wallet. And you can go to land plots right now. I have 101. Look, I got some in Tel Aviv. I have some in Jerusalem and San Francisco. Okay, Flagstaff, Arizona, I thought is popular. Grand Canyon, Nashville, Abu Dhabi, Ocean City, Philadelphia, Rehoboth Beach. Okay, Gillette, Wheatland, Sausalito, Berlin, Wayne. Okay, all these little suburbs of Philadelphia, like I said, kind of own your hood. It ends up being a pretty fun time. So I'm going to click on going out of this, and we're going to see if we can't go ahead and capture another one of these little land plots. So what I'm going to do is go back over. I'm going to stick with Sausalito. Okay, I'm going to try to claim a lot of that Sausalito area, and get that into the mix. Okay, so we got pretty much this whole strip. going on is unavailable for capture. Looks like there's like a really nice little park thing right there. I wonder if that's a school. I didn't do a ton of research about like what's going on around here right now, but I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and snag up this block right here. I think one time we came, we actually parked right here, which is really cool. Okay, I'm going to snag that this little piece up. We got the coast, and we'll see if we can use the land voucher to purchase this. So I'm going to click that. We're going to add it to the cart. Okay, we want to check out and see it already has this up here. You currently have 1 voucher available. Use them now. And so I'm going to buy this with the voucher, right? I'm not even going to, this is what's so amazing about this. I'm going to purchase with the voucher. I'm going to click that button. Okay, so you see how the voucher went away. And you're just now going to give it some time. And remember, it's this plot right here. You got this little sort of L-shaped aspect of the coast. Okay, you got all these little businesses and hotels and things like that right here. And we're going to just make sure that when we look back later, we're gonna see this going on. Now, obviously, it did not prompt EndMaker. It did not ask me to sign for the wallet because it's using the voucher to achieve this land plot. And yes, it's going to give me 10 more tickets for that when that goes on, okay? And so we're just gonna give it some time because these areas take some time. But what you could see is what I do actually when this time is going on is I'm like maybe on Google Earth and I'm looking around for some of these little areas that are still available, right? Like for instance, this area right there with the Civic Center is available. And you can see people have gone through and this little spot's available, right? And so you could go ahead and sort of search around in the meantime while you're allowing this protocol to do its job behind the scenes. You can look and scour and see where your potential next land plots can be. Okay, and so it's a kind of fun process. Again, I have opened up several tickets in the SmartPlaces Discord, and they are absolutely incredible. They're so good at getting to you, responding to your issues, troubleshooting with you. Even if it does take them a little bit of time to answer your ticket in Discord, they are wonderful, okay? And so I'm not gonna like walk you through step by step what to do with the Discord. If you go back to their website and you scroll all the way down, you'll see the Discord button and you can click that link, brings you directly to their Discord, and you can just join. That's what I say before you even do any of this, where you're getting the land plots. I am always like joining the Discord. I'm looking at their social media. I'm making sure that these projects are legit. I do a fair amount of research, ton of research actually. I've been researching SmartPlaces for over a year now. So like I said, I have a lot of my own experience in doing the research with them. So I'm pretty comfortable with what they are and what they have going on. Right, Ocean City here. It is fun. Like here is a little place. This is Assateague, right? Assateague is a cool little area. I got a few plots, and what's fun is that your mind is going to start to spiral where you're like, oh, what about this place or what about that place, right? And so let me refresh the page. So if I go to Cardonopoly, there I go. I have 10 more tickets. So let's open these tickets again slower so we can actually see these happen. And all the tickets that I opened up before are still here in this little series that I'm kind of playing, if you will. So I'm going to open up another one. Okay, open up another one. Maybe I'll get really lucky here with you guys. Another one. Okay, this is a prize, and it's going to be a discount code. What's it going to be? Okay, 25% discount code. That's awesome. So I'll claim that. Got 6 more to go. Claim that one. I hope I get a SmartPlaces. Okay, we got 4 more to go. 3 more. Oh, claim a prize. It's a SmartPlaces token reward. And look at that, 2,500 SPX tokens. Boom. Okay, we got 2 more. And it's just kind of, it's round robin. It's a fun experience, right? And now we have 0 tickets left. So it's a fun game. It's a really interesting, novel way to encourage participation, give back to the community, test their technology, test their back end, and begin the process of launching their mainnet full alpha release, which is coming. Okay, so SPX tokens are not available yet for release. Okay, and they have not had their token generation event yet. So those SPX tokens that I just claimed, they're coming in the future. So this is a very early phase of this project, and every time that you're getting one of those NFTs and you're spending the 69 ADA or the discounted ADA, 39.5 ADA, that ADA is going to the team and is helping them facilitate the further building of this SmartPlaces platform. Let's go ahead and see if I received, and there it is. Look at that. Okay, so there it is. It is registered. Okay, didn't need to do anything. I literally claimed with the voucher, and then boom, it sent this to my wallet. And if I go into my wallet, I will see that these 2 new land plots are actually in my new wallet. Okay, and this is a fun thing for you to participate in and for SmartPlaces to grow. Okay, so that's pretty much a wrap on what we have going on at SmartPlaces. Again, read into this project, check them out on Discord, check them out on social media, right? They're a very small beginning project with a small team. They're under a lot of burden right now. They're under a lot of problem solving. So have patience with the team, have patience with the user ability. Again, take your time, do your own research, and I hope that you find some happiness and joy in this project like I have. Join SmartPlaces, check out their Cardonopoly, sign up for their Cardonopoly, and I think you get some initial tickets to begin. So you could potentially even get a land voucher right away, or a discount code right away in your first claim to begin this promotional event that they have going on. It's the first real promotional event that they have launched now, and as far as their marketing, and there is going to be a ton of announcements coming in 2024 with SmartPlaces protocol. And I'm not a part of the team at all, actually at all. I'm not affiliated with SmartPlaces in any way, and that's a full disclosure there. I just am a participator. I am a supporter of this project because I love searching for value projects that are going to, in my mind, reshape the landscape and make the world a better place. SmartPlaces checks off all of my boxes, and so I'm a supporter of this team in that regard, and with my participation and here with this video. And so it is upon you to take the next steps of learning for yourself what SmartPlaces could potentially become in your world. And I'm sure that if you connect into the Discord, you will have all of your questions answered in real time. And I look forward to continuing to put out updates about this project in the year to come. All right, so cheers, have a great year, and we'll see you all soon.